In this session, I'm going to work out the proof of the sum and difference rule for differentiation. So the sum and difference rule is the derivative with respect to x of some function f of x plus some function g of x is f prime of x plus g prime of x. So for this proof, I'm going to employ the limit definition of a derivative, just like several other proofs in this series. And so the limit as delta x approaches 0 of f, wherever we have an x, we're going to add x plus delta x. So x plus delta x, let's get rid of that, delta x plus g of x plus delta x minus our original function, so minus f of x plus g of x. And now that's all over delta x. So now we'll distribute this -1, and we have f of x plus delta x plus g of x plus delta x minus f of x minus g of x, and again that's all over delta x. We'll go ahead and regroup these terms so that they're a little more familiar to us, and we have f of x plus delta x minus f of x, and we'll put that over delta x plus g of x plus delta x minus g of x over delta x. And we remember to carry these down. So as we take the limit as delta x approaches 0 of this quantity, this is simply f prime of x. And this becomes g prime of x. Of course, this whole thing is in brackets. And there is the sum rule of differentiation. The difference rule is going to be very similar. So we take the limit as delta x approaches 0 of f of x plus delta x minus g of x plus delta x minus f of x minus g of x, and that's all over delta x. Then we expand this out. So we have f of x plus delta x minus g of x plus delta x minus f of x plus g of x. And we'll put this over delta x and regroup our terms. F of x plus delta x minus f of x minus g of x plus delta x plus g of x. We'll put this all over delta x. Now what we're going to do is we're going to group these two terms together, and we're going to factor out a -1 out of both of them. So we're going to have f of x plus delta x minus f of x. We're going to put this one over delta x and minus these together, g of x plus delta x minus g of x. Put this over delta x, and we carry this limit down to this point, and the limit as delta x approaches 0. This again is f prime of x, and this quantity is g prime of x. And there's the proof of the difference rule. And I'll see you in the next session.